sucker on your fin is healing nicely, Nora. Now let's see if you can use it to stick to something.
I hope it's working. I have to be able to stick to bigger fish. That's how I hitch rides all over the ocean.
Now what can we practice on?
Oh, I know.
Oh, you've definitely got the sticking part sorted. Now let's practice the unsticking part.
I'm trying, but oh, I can't.
Don't worry, I'll help. Nora? Nora! Nora! Oh. Captain, Nora has vanished.
And I'm afraid there's no sign of her on the fish tracker.
We need to find her, Captain. She could be stuck to something dangerous and not be able to get unstuck.
Don't worry, Peso. We'll find her. Dashi, sound the Octo alert. Octonauts, to the launch bay. Octonauts, we need to find this missing fish. She's a remora who goes by the name of Nora.
Nora the Remora, eh?
She was last seen by Peso near this trench.
And then she disappeared without a trace.
So, we've got a little fish who's disappeared in a big ocean. What other clues do we have, matey?
No other clues, but the sucker on her fin is hurt. The longer she's out there, the more danger she's in.
Kip, what about?
Agreed.
I've never seen that before.
We've never had to use it before.
You think he'll get the signal, Kip?
He'll get the signal.
Who'll get what signal? I don't hear anything.
Hold on, Kwazii. I expect he'll be here in 5, 4, 3, 2...
1. Harry the Harbour Seal, at your service.
Oh! Octonauts, meet my old friend and ace detective, Harry. Thanks for coming, Harry.
After all the times you've saved my sealskin barnacles, I owe you one. Or two.
Peso, why don't you tell Harry about our case?
Oh, right. Well, let's see.
Wait, let me guess. What we've got here is a case of a missing fish. A patient of yours, perhaps.
How?
Did I know that? Swimming towards the Octopod, I found this thread. Special type, only used to make bandages. So I figure you must be a medic.
I am.
Yes, I can tell your heart's beating fast, so I guess you're worried, which means this patient of yours is in trouble. What kind of trouble? Well, you contacted me, so obviously they're lost or missing.
Whoa, you're good.
I always find my fish.
The fish we're looking for is a remora.
Named Nora.
But I'm afraid we don't have any good clues for you.
Oh, Harry can find clues that the rest of us can't.
It's all in the whiskers.
That's because harbour seals' whiskers are so sensitive, they can detect the slightest ripple in the water made by any fish.
And track it for 100 miles.
Wow.
Now then, how about you take me to the last place you saw Nora the Remora?
This is the spot.
My whiskers are picking up a big fish, fast-moving, passed right by here. And now I detect a little ripple from a little fish.
That's probably Nora.
The big fish and the little fish moved on together from here.
Can you tell which way they went, Harry?
According to my whiskers, they went this way. Follow me, chaps. Yes, there's definitely a big fish and a little fish in there.
Let's take a look.
It's a big fish and little fish, all right.
But it's not Nora. It's a cleaning wrasse and a shark.
Hey, big guy, you want cleaning, you must wait until I'm finished the shark.
Yeah, take a swim, Harbour Seal.
Come on, Harry.
Oh, this won't take long. Yes, excuse me, we're looking for a missing fish and we'd like to ask you a couple of questions.
I don't like questions.
Hey, please, the shark, he needs to relax.
Yes, but I'm just wondering if you've seen... Oh!
Hey! Come back, shark, I need
better stop that shark before it takes a bite out of Harry. Easy now. Don't chomp my friend.
I'll take it from here. Now, don't move till I'm finished cleaning your teeth. You must relax.
Everyone all right?
Ha! Thanks for saving my sealskin barnacles. But it's a good thing that shark chase is over here, or I might have missed this. My whiskers are detecting more ripples. I'd say these ripples were made by a big fish and
A little fish.
excellent, my dear Peso. And the trail leads us to...
A little hole in the sand.
Exactly. This little hole was made by a big fish with a pointy nose. Now I'm starting to get the picture. The big fish with a pointy nose takes a dive down towards the sea floor, but he's not alone. Somewhere along the way, he picks up a little fish. Now we've got a little fish stuck to a big fish with his nose stuck in the sand. The big fish breaks free, but the little fish is still stuck to him. And they both went that-a-way. Better follow them before the trail goes cold.
Peso, go with Harry. We'll catch up at the guppy.
Remember, we're on the lookout for a big pointy-nosed fish.
With Nora attached.
Yeah, they definitely came this way. We're close, Peso. Very close.
Are you all right?
Fine. Just running out of air. Harbour seals have to go up to breathe every 30 minutes. Hold on, I'll just grab a quick breath.
Oh no, snapping shrimp.
Yeah! What was that?
Let's make sure Peso and Harry are all right. Snapping shrimp. They make those loud snaps to defend themselves.
Shiver me whiskers! They've knocked out Harry and Peso!
Attention, snapping shrimp. We are the Octonauts, and we're not out to harm you. Would you please stop snapping so we can help our friends?
Oh, sorry. We always snap first, ask questions later, you know. All right, everybody, stop snapping.
Are you all right, Peso?
Oh, I'm fine. But where's Harry?
He was knocked out by those snapping shrimp, just like you.
Oh no! He's okay, but he needs air right away. Captain, we need to get him up to the surface to breathe.
Understood. Peso, you pull. Kwazii, we'll push.
How do you feel?
I feel ready to solve this case. Ha ha! Come on, chaps. Okay, Peso, we've got to follow these ripples. Aha! There's our big fish with a pointy nose.
That's a sailfish, but where's...
Nora!
Peso!
Let's go!
He's fast, but we're catching up, mateys.
Oh, I can't get unstuck!
Don't worry, we're coming for you.
Catch me if you can.
He's making a getaway.
Flappity flippers, he can leap into the air.
He's not the only one who can leap into the air.
Peso, on my back. I'll leap, you grab. Ready?
Ready. There they are.
Can't get unstuck! Oh.
We're coming! Nora!
We're gaining on them.
Oh, can't reach. I'll have to do this on the fly. Yeah.
Gotcha!
We've got our fish.
Whoa.
And our penguin, too.
Just a few more days in the sick bay, and you'll be good as new, Nora. But we do need to bandage that hurt sucker.
Well, it looks like this case is all wrapped up. See you later.
See you later!
Bye.
Barnella. Barnella too. Barnella. Barnella. Barnella.
Tune it. I can't wait to eat spicy algae burgers tonight, matey.
He says they need to make more burgers, but they've run out of algae.
Easy, Kwazii. We'll just go out and find some more. Come on. According to the map, there should be a big algae patch on the other side of this coral reef.
That coral reef looks sick. It's all white.
Let's stop and investigate.
There's more sick coral over here.
Captain, this coral reef needs a full checkup.
Agreed. Peso, you and Shellington check this side of the coral reef. Kwazii, we'll take the other side. No sick coral on this side so far.
Whoa, that's a lot of algae. We might as well collect some while we're here. Huh?
Kwazii?
Captain, it's me old friend Parrotfish Pete.
Hello, Pete.
If you don't mind keeping your voices down, I'm trying to sneak some algae.
But why do you have to sneak it?
Because of those damselfish. They guard that algae as if it were a treasure chest full of gold, mateys. Now, wish me luck.
Here, keep off the algae.
I just want my fair share. Nothing more, nothing less.
Scram, damselfish only.
They had you outnumbered, matey.
Aye, but at least I got away from the scurvy little nippers by squirting sand. Oh, there goes my pal, Sammy. Maybe she can get to the algae.
Yikes! Talk to the spikes!
You all right, Sammy?
Oh, my spikes protected me, but I didn't get anything to eat, not even a nibble.
Look out! Coming through! Get him, boys.
Hi, Robert.
Hi, Pete.
Hungry?
Yep. I give up, but I'm still
Hungry?
Yep.
It seems like a lot of fish on this coral reef are hungry because they can't get past those damselfish to eat.
Peso to Captain Barnacles. We found more sick coral on this side of the reef.
Meet us back at the gup, Peso.
Captain, I think there's a connection between the sick coral on the reef and those damselfish. Damselfish grow algae to eat, but when they don't let other fish eat it, there's too much algae. All that extra algae makes the reef sick. You see, Pete and his friends keep the algae from spreading too far. If they can just eat some of the extra algae,
The sick coral reef will get better.
yes, but damselfish are very protective of the algae they grow.
They'll never listen to other algae-eating fish like us.
Don't worry, we'll talk to them for you. Excuse me, we'd like to talk to you damselfish about a problem on the coral reef.
You got a problem? Talk to the boss.
The boss?
The one with the big spot on his face.
A big spot? Sorry, I don't see a damselfish with a big spot.
Oh, yes. Damselfish can see colours we can't. If you want to see that big spot, you'll have to set your binoculars to...
Damselfish vision. What will Tweak think of next? Ah, that's better. Aha, the spot. Excuse me, are you the boss?
Certainly I am. And keep off the algae.
Right, we're the Octonauts, and we've discovered some trouble on this coral reef.
There's no trouble for us damselfish. We're sitting pretty with more algae than we can eat. Ain't that right, boys?
Right, boss.
That is the trouble. Too much algae makes the coral reef sick.
But you can save the coral reef if you'll just let some of the other fish eat some of the algae too.
Forget about it. This is my algae farm, and I don't ever leave it. Now scram!
Whoa, easy, Kwazii. We'll scram.
If the boss never leaves his algae farm, then he has no idea that the coral reef is sick.
We need to get the boss off his farm.
Aye, but how?
We're going to take his algae.
Take his algae?
I'll explain. Octonauts and algae eaters to the HQ. Octonauts, our mission is to save the coral reef. But first, we have to show the damselfish that the coral reef is sick. Here's the plan. We steal some algae from the damselfish and use it as bait to lead them to the sick coral.
So the damselfish will see for themselves that the coral reef is in trouble.
This algae is heavily guarded by the damselfish.
Yes, and each damselfish has his own personal patch of algae.
If we take some algae from the boss's personal patch, he's sure to chase after us.
Aye, but look at all those patches. How do we know which one is his?
Already on it, Kwazii.
Dashy and I have been working on the damselfish cam. It's a camera that looks just like a damselfish.
I'll use it to slip past the guards and find the boss's algae patch. And of course, this camera has damselfish vision.
The boss has one big spot on his head. Come on, show yourself. There he is, and there's his patch of algae.
The boss is surrounded by all those damselfish. How do we get past them?
Ah, that's where Pete, Sammy, and Robert come in. Now, each of you has a special skill you can use to distract the damselfish.
Squirting sand? Speed?
Oh, I'm thinking. Give me a minute. Is it my spikes?
Yes, Sammy, it's your spikes. While you keep all the other damselfish busy, Peso drops Kwazii into the boss's algae patch.
Then I take the algae.
And we lead the boss to the sick patches of coral.
All right, everybody. Operation Algae Lift begins now. Sammy, you're on.
Oh my, this algae looks delicious.
Come and get me, fishies!
Andrew, keep off the algae. Huh?
Sorry, just dropping in for lunch. Now let's go, Peso!
No, that's my algae. Damselfish, follow that cat.
Faster, Peso! Hit the turbo button!
Okay, I've never driven a getaway gut before.
He took the bait, Captain! We're on our way!
Very good, Kwazii. Peso, there's a big rock coming up. Fake right, then go left.
Thanks, Captain. Whoa! Captain, more damselfish coming straight at us.
Shiver me whiskers!
Pull up fast. Peso, pull up.
Don't lose them.
That was absolutely brilliant!
We got you right where we want you.
And we've got you right where we want you. Take a look.
Here.
And here.
And here.
And here.
So the coral looks bad. What's it got to do with me?
If you keep all the algae for yourself, the whole coral reef will disappear forever.
Hold on. No more reef, no more algae. But it can get well again if we let the other fish eat the extra algae.
Exactly.
All right. You've got yourself a deal.
Who's ready for a spicy algae burger?
Great, Janet.
Octonauts, tonight we have a very special dinner guest. Dashi?
Everyone, I'd like you to meet my little sister, Kashi. Kashi?
Oh, sorry. I'm on the very last page of a Donna Darky mystery, The Case of the Curious Cuckoo Clock. Once you start a Donna Darky book, it's really hard to stop.
Who's Donna Darky?
The detective undaunted by danger.
She's the main character in a series of mystery books. They were my favourite growing up.
Dashi gave her whole collection to me, all 100 books. I've read 54 of them, 55 when I finish this one.
I love a good mystery too, me hearty.
Donna Darky's taught me all kinds of tricks for solving mysteries.
Oh, like what, matey?
Well, I can tell a lot about a person by looking closely. Take you, for instance. We've only just met, but your eye patch and the tiny piece of your ear that's missing, tell me you've been in some dangerous situations. I'd say you're reckless but brave. And from the way your tail keeps twitching, I'd also say you're not very patient.
Oh.
Amazing! You've described Kwazii perfectly.
And one more thing. There's a trace of pudding on your paw. You must have snuck in a little dessert before your dinner.
Wow.
Good job, Kashi. That was incredible. She's good. Possibly too good.
It's pretty hard to get anything past my little sister, right, Kashi? Except when she's reading. Right, you ready for the best sister sleepover readathon ever?
I'm ready. Which one do you want to read first, Dashi?
The Case of the Disappearing Camera. It's one of my favourites.
Octonauts to the launch bay.
Oh, wow! An actual Octo alert! Come
Octonauts, this sea snail needs our help. Her babies are missing.
It was horrible. Something monstrous taught her our lovely Kelp Forest home, and now my babies are gone.
We need to find those baby sea snails and fast. Octonauts, to the Kelp Forest.
Captain Barnacles, can I help too?
Kashi is very good at working out clues.
I notice you're always wearing that uniform, which means you're always ready for the next mission. Me too, sir.
All right then, Kashi. Everyone, let's do this.
What is that?
Just orcas. We see them around a lot here this time of year. Come on now, we have to keep up.
There! That's right where my babies were.
Peso, see if you can find any creatures who saw what happened. Shellington, Dashi, and Kashi, you look for clues right here. Kwazii, we'll search the nearby kelp for baby snails.
This kelp is torn and crushed.
The whole area almost looks like a giant footprint. Let's measure it. It's as big as a bus.
Somebody must have seen what caused this mess. It's too huge to miss.
So, you say you saw a strange creature in the kelp?
Sure as my shell I did. Big fella, thumpy all over.
No way, that thing was smooth, not bumpy.
Thank you, I think.
I didn't see the thing, but I heard it make a creaky noise.
No, it was a bellowing sound.
Creaky.
Bellowing.
I heard it going snout, snout, snout.
Flappity flippers. Everyone describes the creature differently. This is going to be a hard mystery to solve.
Captain, did you find my babies?
Not yet, but don't worry, we'll find them. Did anyone see who took the baby sea snails?
We're looking for a creature who's bumpy but also smooth, and it makes a creaking, bellowing, or snorting sound.
Those are all different things. That doesn't help much, matey.
Well, we know for sure that the creature is big.
It left a huge print in the kelp.
Much of the forest nearby was crushed down or torn away.
The baby snails could have been carried away on a piece of torn kelp.
My babies!
But where did the creature take them?
Creature? I'd say we're looking for a monster. A kelp monster.
Whatever it is, we've got to find it. But be careful, everyone. There's something big and possibly dangerous out there.
No sign of any creature or snails.
Sure is quiet. And shadowy.
with lots of places to hide. The Kelp Monster! He's just a ray. They normally live here, and he's not big enough to be the creature.
Right, I knew that. Look! Torn kelp! And there's more over here. And here.
Now this could lead us to...
Why are you sneaking up on me?
Why are you hiding in the kelp?
I'm not hiding. I'm floating. And it was very relaxing until you swam right into me.
How big is he?
He's not as big as a bus.
What do you mean, bus? I'm a harbour seal.
Sorry to have bothered you, Mr. Harbour Seal.
Ah, it's all right. You two are strange, but you're not the strangest thing I bumped into tonight.
What else have you bumped into?
Well, like I said, it was strange. It was big. It nearly knocked me over when it scraped itself along the sea floor, left behind a big hole.
A hole?
Yeah, you can see it for yourself on the other side of this kelp.
Thanks.
Let's go. Now that is unusual, and it might be a clue.
Dashi, look! Shells!
But not snail shells, barnacle shells. These shells belong to little creatures called barnacles that are usually attached to rocks or even other creatures. And look, they lead in there.
It's definitely a clue. As Donna Darky says, we're hot on the trail.
The trail just ends.
Oh, I was so sure we were onto something. Snort! Bellow! Creak!
Nothing to see here. Just a big clump of kelp.
Is that a whale?
Yes, a grey whale. You can tell because he has bumps on his back instead of a dorsal fin.
So he's bumpy, but also smooth. Just like the crab and urchin said.
And he's making all the noises they mentioned too.
Mystery solved. The kelp monster that took the baby snails was you. A grey whale.
Don't know what you're talking about. I'm just kelp.
Kelp doesn't talk.
Oh, okay, maybe not. But please don't give away my disguise. I'm hiding from a pod of orca whales. They want to eat me.
Where'd that grey whale go?
Let's look over here.
Oh.
We won't give you away, promise.
But we'd like to check you for baby snails. They may have gotten caught up in your kelp disguise.
Oh, go ahead then.
There they are!
Oh, sorry about that. I didn't know I had any creatures on my head.
Oh, let's get you back to your mum.
Oh, my precious little babies. I was so worried. How did you find them?
By following the clues. First we discovered a scraped up part of the seafloor. Then we tracked a trail of barnacle shells to the end, where we heard a spooky noise.
That's when we found the grey whale accidentally carrying the snails.
Now it all makes sense. Grey whale snouts are covered with barnacles. He must have left a trail of shells by scraping his mouth along the seafloor to eat.
But where is the whale?
Hiding.
Really? Grey whales usually travel to warmer water this time of year.
There's a pod of orcas after him, and they'd like to eat him.
Oh.
Only me! This kelp forest is a safe place for me to hide.
I think we can help you.
Our whale tracker shows that the orcas are gone.
Oh, what a relief. Before I go, can I ask one last favour? There's a piece of kelp stuck in my blowhole. Would you mind?
This'll make the perfect souvenir for our case.
Thank you for all your help. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Now, how about finishing up our Donna Darky readathon?
I've got a better idea. Instead of reading a mystery, let's write one. It's about two sisters who team up to solve cases. The little sister is the brains of the team.
I'm Captain Barnacles.
Aye, matey.
Come on, everyone join in.
Right, let's go.